The night Toad's body was found behind one of Bowser's looming, lava-drenched castles. The moon was playing tricks on the clouds. Shadows danced in strange staccato movements over the jagged stones, and the swamp air smelled of sulfur and something else, a sickly sweet rot that lingered too long in your nostrils. Bowser himself was the one who called it in, his growling voice thick with urgency. He's dead. Toad is dead. The Koopa King, the so-called terror of the Mushroom Kingdom, sounded shaken. More shaken than a villain ought to be. The cops arrived faster than you'd expect for a place tucked so far off the map, but I guess even in the Mushroom Kingdom, when someone dies, the sirens scream. Toad lay face down on the damp grass, his bulbous head wilted like a flower past its prime. A smear of yellow clung to his lips. The autopsy would later say he'd been poisoned by a bad mushroom. Not the kind that makes you grow big or gives you firepower, but the kind that sends you into the cold dark. Bowser's story was simple. He'd come out for a walk after dinner. Maybe the heat of the lava pits had gotten to him. Or maybe he just needed space from his endless, fruitless obsession with the princess. Whatever the reason, he found Toad there, already gone, and did the right thing. For once. But Mario and Luigi weren't buying it. Neither was the princess. It was him. Mario spat, his fists clenched so tight his gloves creaked. Bowser killed him. Bowser doesn't go on walks, Luigi added, his voice a shaky whisper of suspicion. He sends minions to do everything, even get the mail. The princess, regal and restrained, merely nodded. Bowser is incapable of kindness, she said. Calling the police was just part of his cover. The cops, an odd mix of Goombas, Koopa Troopas, and a cheap who always seemed out of breath, didn't know what to make of it. They searched Bowser's castle high and low, kicking over treasure chests and poking through lava pits. They found nothing. No poison, no plans, no motive that wasn't just Bowser being Bowser. But something about it didn't sit right. The Toads had their theories. Some said Bowser had been experimenting with mushrooms in secret, trying to find a way to weaken Mario once and for all. Others whispered about a shadowy figure who had been seen near the castle. A Boo, maybe, or a shy guy with a little too much interest in the castle gates. Mario grew more agitated by the day. He stormed into the castle himself at one point, demanding answers, but Bowser just sat on his throne, arms crossed, a low growl in his throat. "I didn't do it, Plumber," he said. "You think I'd kill one of her precious toads? If I wanted to hurt her, I wouldn't bother with that. But here's the thing. Even villains have layers, don't they? And sometimes, the best way to hurt someone is to make them think you're innocent." Bowser knew that. He had to. The kingdom tried to move on, but the case never officially closed. Every so often, a bad mushroom would pop up in the wilds, its spores carrying whispers of malice. And every so often, the princess would glance toward Bowser's castle, her eyes hard and full of something colder than sadness. It's funny, isn't it? How something so small, a little mushroom, a little betrayal, can rot a place from the inside out. The Mushroom Kingdom wasn't the same after that. Neither was Bowser, or Mario, or anyone else who'd ever known Toad. I guess that's the thing about unsolved mysteries. They stick with you, grow like weeds in the corners of your mind. And maybe, just maybe, they were never meant to be solved at all.